actually played in our match today against the Sunderland. Here is the formations that he played today. Maresca actually started with this formation, and this formation to me is one of the best Chelsea formation. And this formation could have easily win against any team. For me, I did not see any problem with Maresca's setup against the Sunderland today. The setup was perfectly well, and this is the formation. He played Sanchez on the post, James, Acheampong, Chalobah and Cucurella in the back. In the midfield, he played Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and behind the striker, he played João Pedro, and Maguire was our 9, Garnacho from the wing, and Neto from the right wing. So this formation that Maresca played today actually win against any team, but things went. They were very hungry to win against Sunderland today. You can see the attack they were pushing, and the possession also speaks very loud. 72 possession, 72 Chelsea possessed, and Sunderland possession was 38 possession. But at the end, due to our mistake, we lost this game against Sunderland. And for me, I think the only person that I'm not very happy with in today's match is Tosin Chelsea. But Tosin, I think it was partly fault of Tosin in this the late goal that Sunderland used to win against Chelsea, because that is why I said that Maresca should have not removed Acheampong, because this Acheampong we have seen his impact in Chelsea, and he have really had enough the game for us. And again today, if you watch this Acheampong against Liverpool, also scored us goal when Acheampong and Badaishi was removed. And today again, the same thing happened. Acheampong just immediately he was subbed, and Tosin came in for him, and then we saw how Chelsea considered this late goal just partly Tosin's fault in today's match. But apart from that, I see today's match was very fantastic, and we lost. And it's not like I don't have any blame to Chelsea team, because it was as a give us a victory in this match, and that was what led to this late goal. And it is what it is. I'm not happy that we lost this game, and it has happened. So we just have to re-strategize against an upcoming game. Let's not allow this loss to eat deeply into us. Let's forge ahead and make things better next time. So what do you think that really went wrong into this match? I can see, I just have to praise Garnacho into this match. Garnacho performed, at least this is the first time we have seen Garnacho scoring in for Chelsea. I was really pleased with his first performance in today, giving us that early goal. I think his wing today was very functional today, and the person that marked Pedro Neto was actually a very difficult defender. He couldn't allow Pedro Neto to actually exploit from this wing. He was very good defender that marked Pedro Neto also today, and Maguire also did his best. He tried to distract the defenders, which he really did a good job today. And yeah, I must give kudos to him. He also really tried, although we struggled to get that goal. João Pedro also did his best, but lately João Pedro is dropping in his performance. Like the goal we used to see from João Pedro lately, we have not been seeing, and I have not been taking note of his performance so far for the team. How I wish Maresca can actually look out for the person that can actually play ahead of João Pedro. At least let's Fernandez once again to this position. For me, that is my recommendation in our next coming match. Let's start pushing Enzo Fernandez again to this number 10 position, and then if we are going to play Moises Caicedo and Lavia in the midfield, like if had it been Enzo Maresca, this is the changes I should have brought in this match against Sunderland. I should have easily bring in Lavia into this position, then remove João Pedro, because João Pedro I couldn't see much coming out from João Pedro. For me, I should have just removed João Pedro from this position as a 10, then push Enzo Fernandez to come in and play behind the striker, bring in Lavia to come in and partner with Enzo Fernandez in this midfield, and then leaving Pedro Neto to still maintain his wing, and then bringing in, like in that around 60 something minutes, then he can decide to sub Garnacho for Gittins, and for me, this is what I should have done differently into this match instead of bringing in loads of players, because even when he brought in Andre Santos, for me, Andre Santos should have not been the perfect person to bring into this match, because into this match you needed a very good functional 10 here, someone that can actually help to, like you saw that Michael Gill was almost there, no one was feeding him the ball to actually score goal into this match, and then João Pedro was not doing that work very well. So we are still, honestly, we are still feeling the impact of Cole Palmer, and then the person I see that can actually fit this João Pedro perfectly well is Enzo Fernandez. So let's push Enzo Fernandez here to play this 10 role, and then let's bring in Lavia to partner with Moses Caicedo in this midfield. I think with this, Chelsea should have at least the back should have protected, like all these goals that we saw to them scoring us, at least they should have been protected very well. Because I know Lavia is also very good. Bringing Lavia to play with Moses Caicedo. So I was not impressed with the loads of changes that he was making in that second half, and none of the changes he made actually reflected in our game today. And then that actually led to this our massive loss in today's match. In terms of, again, Sanchez also, like I will not blame Sanchez for it that he considered today. He did his best, he tried his best. I mean, there is no goalkeeper that those 2 goals that they scored against us today should have not been a goal, and that is exactly what happened today. Marco Kurela also did a very good job. At a point I was asking myself, is Marco Kurela playing as a striker or as a defender? Because he was always running up the front, and then before you know it, you see Marco Kurela running across, coming into the Sunderland 18-yard box trying to score goals. But none of his trick actually worked today, and that is why we had this loss against Chelsea. It is a very pity that we lost in such a manner against Sunderland, because for me, I should have never thought that Chelsea should have not win against Sunderland. But football sometimes is not what you always expect happen, and today that is exactly what happened to us. Moses Caicedo as a one